Well, hey folks, Fat Guy Flies RC. All right, well this is second time out with the Tiger Moth, but this is the technically the third flight. The first time was the maiden, then I did a bonus flight after that. So this is the third flight. And the difference between now is that I've added, didn't have any wire struts on it before, so now on the wings. So now I have a series of 25-pound braided fish line that I have done in the configuration and tied off and then tightened in the middle to give it some, I mean, there's a small amount of flex, but as the wing moves, it pulls against each other. The wing will pull against the wires and stiffen this wing up, so I shouldn't have a problem with the wings flexing quite as bad. So let's take it up and see how that configuration works. Might slow the plane a little bit down because there's an amount of resistance with the wires, but shouldn't be enough to worry about. And a little windy today, but it is pretty much down the runway. So, but this plane here, you don't get in any hurry. Take off slowly, land slowly. It is not a you know, fast, super quick plane. Not meant to be. It's a scale flyer. Got an AR630 Spectrum antennaless receiver in there. Runs on a 4-cell, got a 2600 Yahoo 4S in there, all the way forward. Alrighty, let's see how we can, if I remember how to fly this thing. Very narrow gear. Go on that elevator. Yeah, wind is not happy with it. Yeah, it's windy today. Yeah.
Time remaining 4 minutes.
All right. Handle's pretty good, just don't be in a hurry. Now you got very narrow gear, and it's also, the plane sits high up off that gear, so very prone to nose overs. Whenever you're going to take off, you really got to be on that elevator. Of course, your rudder too, but you got to be on that elevator because you keep that tail from going all the way on over. Ease into the throttle. Of course, you got to get enough gas to get going. All right. Okay. I'm not noticing my wings flexing nearly as bad. Yeah, I think the wires are definitely a big help. Now you only have the aileron control on the bottom wing, so it doesn't have,
remaining 3 minutes.
It definitely does not have a ballistic roll rate. Stay on that rudder. Yeah. Yeah, the wings seem to be fine now. Not noticing any real flex. Just putting it through some, I'm not going to do like a dive and a loop because I don't want to, I'm not going to run the risk. But I was going to do a touch and go, but whoa, about lost it there.
Time remaining 2 minutes.
All right. Oh. Oops, oops, oops. Like I said, she's very prone. She sits up high, so her center of gravity is high.
Prop is secured.
If you can, approach your plane from behind.
Motor is on. Don't get cut.
All right, let me get back and we'll try to redeem ourselves from that landing. Turn around here. But I think the wires are a big help. There we go. Let's do a flyby. Yeah, it's not like, I got a little bit of a cross breeze now. It's not liking that at all. Good looking plane though. All right, cross breeze, bring the plane right at you and then turn towards the runway.
1 minute.
Whoa. Yeah, it's not liking this at all. It's saying, Daddy, what are you doing to me? Why you put me out in this wind? Oh.
30 seconds.
All right. Notice I'm full up elevator. Yeah. Yeah. Hit that pivot point.
Motor is on. Don't get cut.
Now there is a fairly simple mod you can do. Let me get to help mitigate some of that nose over. But I like to show the plane as close to stock as you can get several times before I mod a plane like that, to that extent. The wires are not a mod, that's something you're supposed to have anyways. But what you would do is you need to put these, you put the gear where they attach, the two big metal prongs, you put them in a vise and you turn and you bend the entire gear together 1/2 inch forward, and then you unscrew these wing landing struts at the front, unscrew them, cut about 1/4 inch of material off, flatten the end, put a new hole in there, and then screw it back in through it with a drill, put a new hole back in there with a drill, and that will bring that gear forward. Well, I guess you put cut off 1/2 inch, but bring that gear forward 1/2 inch, and that moves because the center of gravity is actually slightly in front of these gear, because gear are here and the center of gravity is right here at these vanes, which actually puts it right just in front of that gear, so very easy to nose over. But other than that, having a runway like this, I can pretty well mitigate out that nose over until I hit something in the front here like the grass and causes it to go forward. Let's check our battery. Very windy today, very, very windy. We had 25 seconds left on a 5-minute timer. Tell you what, let's go back to the bench and we'll go over it there, give up the field. All right, show you my battery placement in just a moment. Just want to check the, still had 59% left after 5 minutes, so really you can set your timer for 8 minutes, fly the way you want. I've got a 2600 Yahoo battery. That's the brand off Amazon, all the way forward. It's a graphene battery. I mean, literally as far forward as you can possibly get it. Okay, I'm running an AR630 antennaless spectrum safe receiver. Do have AS3X Plus on board. Let's go over the plane rates real quick. Now, plane doesn't have much elevator deflection, so I've gone there and given as much mechanical deflection as I can give it. And then I've increased the throws on the elevator. 100% throws. Actually, I don't have any expo on the elevator. So, but that right there is what I got. Ailerons, I have 100% throws with 30% expo. And then the rudder is 100%, rudder's 100% with 30, I think I got 30% expo on that one too. No, 40% expo on the rudder. All right, now let's go over the AS3X settings. Have to get to that screen, forgive me. All right. The AS3X settings are set at one-time gains. The gains are the stock 40, this is roll, pitch, and yaw, 40, 50, 60. Priority 160 on roll, pitch, and yaw. Stock is 140. I put it on 160 because of the way this is a slower flying plane. Heading, nothing. I didn't change the heading. And the oh, I don't have any. This particular one, I don't have stop lock and everything on this one, just priority and heading. So, all right. There we go. Let me show you that battery real quick. Just so I can show it to you. Took Norman, he's an FMS pilot, took him out of there. And the battery literally is far forward up in there as I can possibly get it, and it's secured down with Velcro. But the front of that battery hatch will lock that in place, so you don't have to worry about it coming out. It's not going to slide backwards. So that's where Dynam really got that one right. Dynam planes take a little more care, a little more setup than your E-flite or your FMS planes or free wing planes. However, they're about 20 to sometimes 50% cheaper than its counterpart on the other brands. So prop was perfectly balanced, the ESC was perfectly calibrated. She went together fairly easy. I mean, there's just a lot of little things you have to do, them wires and struts and things like that. But I was given a rewarding, great flying scale plane after all is said and done. And yeah, it does take a while, a little more care to fly a Dynam. But it's very windy today, so it's, you know, kind of hard to show you how well this plane actually can fly. Stickers are just sticker decals. They go right on. They give you a little diagram where to put them. And yeah, there you go. All right, folks. Well, thank you so much for watching. God is good. And that is the Dynam Tiger Moth And that's the third flight ever, and y'all have a good and God bless, and don't forget, Faith, family, and friends, and then Dynam Tiger Moths. Bye-bye.